Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost?
While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit SCEducationLottery.com.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
Kiss FM, it's John, Jay, and Rich. Good morning, Kennedy. Thanks for holding.
Good morning. Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, okay, so I have this dirty little secret, and I have not told anyone yet. So I just, that's what you do, you guys. So Here we go. I went to Vegas last weekend for my best friend's bachelorette party, and things got out of hand. Like, I've been drinking, obviously, because bachelorette party. And I called an Uber to get back to the hotel, and the driver, he was super chill. We were joking around, laughing, and then, I don't know, somehow we ended up at one of those drive-through wedding chapels, and I just thought, oh my God, this is a hilarious joke. But I like a lot to drink. And I woke up the next morning with this little crap wedding ring and a marriage certificate. So I blacked out. I've done that before, but I don't remember anything really. I'm legally married to my Uber driver now, and I'm oh my God, what do I even do?
And he wasn't there the next morning?
No, he was gone. I'm do I annul this, or is the universe telling me to roll with it? Do I find him? Do I
Wait, what do you
secret
mean?
married to my Uber driver?
What do you mean, do you find him? Do you not have his information?
I don't have his number. I have Uber, and I have his name. I know his name. So I started Googling, and
it says contact driver, because you can do that. If you want to give him, did you tip him?
Contact husband.
I mean, now I haven't talked to any of the girls about it because I'm just it's kind of embarrassing, but it's also so insane. And it's kind of they're just going to roll their eyes and go, oh my God, that's so you. And I'm oh no, I don't want to be that person, but maybe I am that person.
Yeah, I bet you could go. Are you still in Vegas?
Yeah.
I bet you can go back to that chapel and be hey, this happened last night. I don't have any proof.
I'm sure it happens all the time, right?
Yeah, it must have. I mean, it did happen in The Hangover,
right.
Remember? But it's the fact, the Uber driver, what a team player.
He's wait.
He's okay.
Right, and you're assuming that he's totally sober, right? Since he's driving Uber.
He's doesn't be fun. Again,
hey,
another one. He's got 5
He's
wives.
racking them up.
He's I don't know. I remember him being hot, so.
Oh, okay. So at least he looked good.
Yeah, I mean, I have his Instagram. I think I have his Instagram. I think this is him, but I don't know for sure.
Was it at least a nice Uber, an Uber Black, where it's a nice car? So he's doing well with his Uber?
It was okay.
So the thing is, you're drunk, you get in the car, you go through drive-through chapel, it's fun. He's respectful, so he doesn't do anything weird. He takes you back to wherever you are, drops you off to your house or a hotel or wherever you're at, right? And he just moves on. So it's not you made out with him.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have a marriage certificate right now.
Okay, do you have any hickeys? Do you have? Is your clothes on properly? Is there anything fishy? This happened last night.
Yeah. No, not last night. No, 2 nights ago.
Okay.
Oh. Still fresh.
You need to get your ass over to the chapel and see if they can annul it.
I'm at least be curious to find out who my husband was.
I have to figure out. I'm just the whole thing is such a mess, and I'm I don't. Yeah.
I would just annul it, erase, pretend it didn't happen.
Never find him ever again.
Well, Rich just said something. So you're saying if that was you, the first thing we do is try to find him.
Yeah.
Like, if it was me, the first thing I would do is go to the chapel and say, make sure this doesn't happen. So I
Yeah.
don't have to talk to that guy again.
I would never talk to that man ever again.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
for what?
But she was.
Or take it for half of everything he has now.
There must have been a spark, though, if you got married right away.
Well, like, yeah, we were flirting and stuff and, like, hanging out. Like, it was, like, a great bar hang, but in his car, you know?
You know what's going to happen? You know what could happen? Like, you know how we've talking a lot about these scam artists on Facebook that take people for money?
Yeah.
What if you're going to find out there's a scam like this in Vegas where they do this, and then he's going to hit you up for money and say, well, hey, we're married. You owe me something.
That would be
I could
crazy.
see that.
I mean, he might have your information.
Or John G are just giving scammers ideas.
I have to go back. I'm going to go back to the chapel.
Yeah,
They got to ask for ID at the chapel and stuff. They have to.
I mean, it wasn't like, obviously, it didn't mean that much to him. Otherwise, he would have stayed with you.
Right.
Or at least contacted you in 2 days.
I don't know. Now I'm starting to think, like, oh, my God, does he do this? Is this what he does? Like, is he going to, like, start, like, messaging my work friends or whatever and, like, is this, like, a blackmail marriage? I don't even know. Like, oh, my God, now, like, you got my head spinning.
Go back to the
I'd
chapel,
get off the
babe.
phone with us and go get it answered.
Oh, my God.
Well, thank you for calling us, though. That's very cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Remember, marriage is no joke.
Okay.
And
Okay. She's like, now I know. Thanks.
She's like probably so hungover right now. She's like,
drinking and
what
driving
is
is
my
no
life?
joke, and the same thing with driving and getting married. Is no joke.
Accurate.
All right. God bless, Kennedy.
Yeah.
It's back to school time right now. My son's about a week in. Kyle's kids are in school. One of Rich's kids is in school. So I thought it'd be kind of fun. Who from your school made the news? 877-937-1047. Brittany, who from your school made the news and what for?
So this was well after I graduated, but I found out in college that my high school PE teacher was arrested for assault and corporal injury.
Jeez.
Dang. That mean
Yeah,
they tortured somebody?
I do want to say he later was found not guilty, but obviously when you're a teacher and your name gets dropped like that, rumors start to spread, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't think anything of it when I was in high school. I mean, having a guy PE teacher when you're in high school is already weird, but wait until after and you see this article. I even posted the article on my Facebook and I said, oh my gosh, I never would have thought this would have happened. He seemed really nice. And then half of my graduating class was like, oh no, we saw this happen.
Wow.
All right, Brittany, thank you for sharing that.
Of course. Have a great day, guys.
You too. Jill, who from your school made the news?
Yes, sir. My art teacher made the news
For what?
for soliciting children online.
Ew.
Oh my God. Ew.
That makes me sick.
Yeah. I hate to talk about him because he was my teacher, but what he did is just horrible, so it is what it is.
Is he in jail, in prison?
It happened in 2007. He might not even be alive at this point. I honestly don't know. But he did go to jail. He did.
Yeah, I
Well,
hope
that's
he
good.
rotted
Was
in there.
2007 that long ago?
It really was.
Like, if she said it happened in 1932, he might not be alive anymore. Like, I know plenty of people alive. And, like,
Maybe he was an old art teacher.
He was already old in 2007.
right, but I'm just saying, the way she said it, I was like, 2000, wait, I don't.
Kind of was a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, it
I was
was.
sitting right here on this microphone in 2007. All right, Jill, thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Brandon, who from your school made the news?
I did.
You did? For what?
I did. Well, I actually ended up getting drugged by a car.
Oh. How?
Well, I live in a small town, Mitchell, Nebraska, with only about 1,700 people. And the high school, there's no cafeteria. So all the high school kids had to walk about 6 blocks to elementary school. And so it was in the school route. And some punk kid that was driving real recklessly. And I just flagged him down and stopped him, leaned down at the door and was like, hey, bro, can you slow down? We got a bunch of kids walking through here. You're driving crazy. And he said, a provocative, and said, you ain't no pig. And he hit the gas. And I ended up grabbing on the door handle to push myself away from the car. And he just ended up speeding around the corner. And I ended up taking a tumble around the corner and slid about 50 yards.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
And made the news.
Road rash and stuff.
So you made the news that was kind of cool then.
That's big news in Nebraska.
Like an action hero.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, Brandon.
Wow.
It is a crazy time. Well, I
Thank
appreciate you guys' time this morning.
You too, brother. Thank you. Kayla, who from your school made the news?
Yeah, his name was Jared Ward, and he was in the 2016 Rio Olympics, and he came in 6th in the marathon.
There you go. Awesome. Something positive.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, woohoo, go Jared.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Kayla. Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
I posted on my Facebook. Check this out. Lisa Kelly, she says, Amy Bosley made it in the news from my school for murdering her husband, Bob Bosley. It was on Snap and Forensic Files.
That's crazy.
Bob Bosley is a good murder name, though.
And then Renee Young says, here's who made it on the news from her school. Actor Bill Paxton, Lee Harvey Oswald, John Denver, and Mark Vesey. I don't know who those are. I know some of them. And then someone named America Morris, she wrote down, You were always causing news, not making it. Go Chiefs. I went to high school with her.
Wow, I had two kind of like crazy situations when I was one I was in high school and the other one I was already out of high school. But my high school went down for like a really bad hazing incident for a football program.
Oh, that was national news.
Yeah, national news. And it was like the high school I went to, like we were known for being a powerhouse for football. And a lot of the guys that I knew went down. And it was really sad to see, for one, because, you go to school with these kids for 4 years and then see you're making just dumb decisions like that. News. Makes you really bad or makes you really sad. And then another one, I was a sophomore in high school. It was towards the end of the year. It was the last day of school. And this junior, I don't know why he decided he wanted to participate in the senior pranks, but he entered the front of the school and exited all the way in the back and rode a legit motorcycle through the school. He ended up getting tackled and arrested on campus.
Oh my gosh.
A felony because, for one, you can't ride like a motorcycle in a school. Like that could kill people, I think.
Tell that to Tom Cruise. Tell that to Tom Cruise.
And then it's like such a stupid little thing that I remember, but the guy that rode the motorcycle was dating this girl that I played basketball with, and I like did not like her, so I was like, good, you get what you deserve.
Tell that to Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones.
Don't ride motorcycles through your school hallway.
Not recommended.
Yeah.
All right. If you have any other ones, shoot us a call, 877-937-1047 or DM John J. Van Ness. It's John J. and Rich. Hi. We want to know, like, who I was helping Nick answer phones. There's some calls I took that are just like murders and stuff like that. I know. Who from your school made...
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking... sort of friend up quarterback for the Arizona. He did see some playing time, like we just kept going through. And he made the new uplifting, and then when he got cane in his backpack.
Oh, my. What was his name?
Maxwell.
Maxwell? I don't know. Let's go to the high school that make the news. Thanks, Jessica.
Did you shoplift?
Who from your school made the news?
Getting ready one morning, I have the news story is about some guy in the woods in Flagstaff. Family got him, and then they said, I graduated high school. I go out, there he is, through Flagstaff.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes. It warm you up.
Mm-hmm.
Guess so.
Rachel, who from your school?
It's not me. It's I was at my mom's school yearbooks. You went to school. And, yep, my school with Charles Manson.
I feel like I've told you, my grandma's childhood best was sisters with one of Charles Manson. He, like, tries to get
Oh, she's still alive?
No, when my grandma was pregnant, we went to go visit her and print my grandma a one throughout the onesie. Isn't that wild? I think that's why I have a degree in criminal. Weird connect to it. She has the onesie, but she said, Meme, do you know how much money? Like, we would have been rich.
Alex made the news.
So, like 15 years ago, and a couple of my Paulson and Megan Rock news, like national on Snap killer couples, they plotted and the national news. They were like 15, 16 years.
Terrible. Whoa. I'm so imagine,
dramatic.
Yeah.
A little crazy. I mean, even about because AJ is such a small talks about it, so that's one of the things that happened. Yeah.
I heard of this, and why is this not a Netflix thing?
I know exactly. They I know got like 13 years in it, and then 13 years, and then happened with David. But I think that he's in there for the long run.
Wow.
Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a great.
You too. Have a great. Sorry, Lindsay. Who from your high school made the news?
Hey guys.
Hey.
So we've got a bunch of celebrities from Scottsdale area. I went to Horizon High School, and there was a freshman trombone player in the marching band named Kellen Lutz, who went on to be Emmett in the Vampire Twilight movie.
I heard he was from Chandler.
Yeah, well, I don't know where he was from, but he went to Horizon.
Okay, go on. Who else?
And then Garrett Hedlund was a cross-country runner at Horizon, and he was in Troy with Brad Pitt. He was in Friday Night Lights, and he was in the new Tron movie.
Wow. That's really cool.
That's big.
Years I went there, Horizon was making the school news, or national news for like senior pranks involving chickens and football players getting suspended for watching videos in the video room that weren't about football. I don't know.
All right, Lindsay's got all the tea.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Lindsay. Have a great
You
day.
guys are awesome. You make my morning every day. I love you guys so much.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. You guys know what? It's Monday. Guess what?
It's Monday, and John just got a game for you.
Gong, gong.
So we're talking about, Rich's daughter moved away to New York to go to school. Kyle, your kids went back to school a week or two ago. Same with my youngest son. So I have a little game I like to play. Celebrity Classroom is what I'm calling it. I'm going to give you the name of a celebrity, and you tell me whether or not they were a teacher before they became famous. I think one of the most famous people of all time that is in a band was what a teacher was. Rich?
Famous person was in the band.
Sting. Thank you for playing along. Sting.
Oh, Sting.
You didn't know he was a
right.
teacher.
I guess I did.
Don't stand so close to me.
Don't stand
it's
so
about being a
close.
teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Kyle, Sylvester Stallone, was he a teacher before he became Rocky? He was a teacher.
What?
Before becoming a Hollywood star, Stallone worked in a gym as a teacher in the American school in Switzerland.
Not know that.
Right? Fascinating, right? Peyton, Johnny Depp, was he a teacher before he became famous?
Nah.
No, he wasn't. What was he? Do you know?
I don't know.
He was a
Janitor.
telemarketer.
Okay.
Telemarketer. Before hitting it big in Hollywood, Johnny Depp worked as a telemarketer selling pens. Rich, Whoopi Goldberg, was she a teacher before she became famous?
I think she was a teacher.
No.
She was not a teacher.
No, she was a mortuary beautician in a funeral home doing makeup for the dead.
Whoa.
She was also a bricklayer.
Those are two totally different vocations right there.
Kyle, Ozzy Osbourne, was he a teacher before he became famous?
I'm going to go no.
No, you're right. He worked at a slaughterhouse.
Unless, wouldn't it be funny if he was a teacher? He'd be like, wasn't he the one that like ate birds and stuff like that
Yeah.
on stage?
Ate a bat.
Yeah.
It's science.
Bet the head off a bat.
Peyton, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, was he a teacher before he became Wolverine?
I'm going to say yes.
Yes, the actor worked as a physical education teacher in England before becoming famous. Rich, your favorite author, Stephen King, was he a teacher before he became famous?
Man, I feel like he's been an author for a long time, but yes, he was a professor.
Yes, he taught high school English in Maine.
Makes sense.
Kyle, Barack Obama, was he a teacher? He's former president of the United States. Was he a teacher before he became president?
Well, this is a tough one. I'm going to say no.
Yes, he was a teacher.
Wow.
Before entering politics, Obama was a constitutional law professor at the University of Chicago Law School.
Okay.
Peyton, Brad Pitt, actor Brad Pitt, was he a teacher? No, but he was a chicken mascot. Brad Pitt once worked at El Pollo Loco, the fast food chain, where he dressed up like a giant chicken and danced around.
That's good casting for him. Who put him in that role?
Peyton, how about J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter?
I'm going to say yes.
Yes, before writing Harry Potter, Rowling taught English as a foreign language in Portugal. Rich, actor Christopher Walken.
I'm going to teach you some things. He was a teacher.
He was not a teacher, but he was a lion tamer. Christopher Walken worked as a lion tamer in a circus.
There's a flex for a previous job right there. Yeah.
Isn't that nuts? Anyway,
It's Monday, and John just got a game for you.
1047 Kiss FM. John J. and Rich Laney, good morning. Thanks for holding.
Hey, so yeah, I'm calling because, well, I gave my partner like an ultimatum. You know, we had been dating for like a while, and things just kind of started feeling off. He's always prioritizing his family over me, and honestly, like, I was just fed up. So I told him, either you start putting me first or we're done. I thought it would be like a wake-up call to him, but he picked his family. So, like, he really picked him over me. It hurts. I'm heartbroken, and I'm angry. Like, I really didn't think that would be the outcome. And now I'm wondering, like, am I wrong for giving him an ultimatum? Should I have, like, just accepted it and kept quiet about things? I mean, I also feel like maybe I'm the one who looks bad now, and I don't really know how to, like, move past it all. I'm blocked on everything, and his sister, who was a really good friend of mine, just keeps texting me, going off about how I'm such a terrible person.
When you say he picked his family over you, like, was there a situation where you're like, don't go with them, come with me? Or were you like, cut your family off or be with me?
No,
type of thing? Like,
I
what
was just
does that
telling
mean?
him, like,
No, I was just telling him, like, you're always prioritizing everyone in your family over me, and we've been together for a long time now. Like, you know, there's a future here. We're going to have a family of our own. You've got to prioritize me. Like, I've got to come first. And he said no.
He probably heard that differently than you intended that.
You think? In what way?
Well, I think most guys, if they're not dogs and they're not cheating, are doing the best they can. They feel great about you. They think the relationship's good. So when they hear something like that, it sounds like, I don't like your family. You need to spend more time with me and less time with them. And that ultimatum makes a lot of guys go, okay, probably not for me. So you might have, in trying to train him to pay more attention to you, pushed him away.
Yeah, I'm super close with my family, so I'm trying to understand where you're coming from, because like on the surface, I'm like, well, he should choose his family. It's his family. That's his blood. That's who his ride or dies have been his whole life. And yeah, you're important to him.
Isn't going to give you a wife and children.
Totally. But I'm trying to understand, like, what sort of things did he prioritize? Because then I may be like, oh, yeah, then he shouldn't have done that. But because right now I'm like, he should back up his family. And if you're trying to be like, your family or me, he's probably going to pick his family.
Yeah,
but
he's a good guy. He probably will.
Don't know your whole story or all the things that have happened over and over again to get you to this point.
Literally, it could be like literally everything. Like if his mom called him and asked him to do something, he would jump and do it. If I called him and asked him to do something, it would have to fit into his schedule.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Are you engaged? Were you engaged?
No, but like this is where we were going, you know. And before I go down that road with somebody, I need to know that I'm a priority to them.
All the red flags in relationship stuff that I've ever been a part of or witnessed going to therapy and stuff is whenever you give someone an ultimatum, it's the person that gives the ultimatum is bad, is wrong.
Yeah, I actually gave my boyfriend an ultimatum one time, like pretty early on when we were dating, and it did not go well for me.
You can't do that.
I was like, I don't remember exactly what it was. I think it had to do with him moving to Phoenix, because it was like we were in a long distance relationship for a year, and now we're getting into the age where like everyone else around us is getting married and having kids. And I was like, if we're going to be together, then I need you out here. He ended up moving out here, but I definitely didn't go about it the right way. I should have been like, let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. Let's navigate it, because once you give somebody the option to not have an option is when they put their guard up.
All right, Lainey.
I mean, yeah.
Have a great day.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Bye.
Good luck.
We want to hear about your crazy ex, but you got to keep it short and sweet. Kyla, tell us about your crazy ex. Keep it short and sweet.
All right, short and sweet. Here we go. My crazy ex told me he was in love with me, told me that he wanted me to be the mother of his children, love of his life, wanted to marry me. And what does he do? He gets back together with his ex-girlfriend at the end of the day after telling me all this crazy, insane stuff, told me, my best friends, his best friends. And yeah, it was just a very emotional and manipulative time in my life.
Okay, hold on, Kyla. Hillary, keep it short and sweet. What do you got?
My ex lied to me about having cancer to try and keep me in his life.
Wow.
That's bad.
Okay, hold on. Danielle, keep it short and sweet. What do you got?
Okay, so basically me and my ex watched my dog take a big dump, and then my dog ate it, and my ex picked him up and then made out with him full tongue.
Ew. Gross.
All right, hold on. Alex, good morning. Keep it short and sweet.
My crazy ex, they signed their name onto the deed of my house by forging my signature and then tried to sue me for $30,000 and half of my house.
Did he get it?
No.
Okay. All right, thank you. Chloe, keep it short and sweet.
Okay, so my ex had his mom reach out to me to make sure my number was still the same, and then repeatedly called me until I answered to tell me he had a dream that I was at the hospital, and then told me that he would drop everything and always be there for me, but he has a wife and kids.
That's gross.
How long was he your boyfriend for?
We were like high school sweethearts, and he's married to the girl that he hated. Quote unquote hate.
You didn't know he was married?
No.
But his mom did. Why was she reaching out to you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's the thing. I'm like, why are you guys reaching out to me if he's married?
It was probably him. I've had a couple of those.
Okay.
Just weird.
Jose, keep it short and sweet. Tell us about your ex.
So my ex decided the next day to come over to my house and slash my tires, all 4 of them. But luckily, I had insurance, so I got new tires out of it.
Okay, that's short and sweet. Thomas, good morning. Keep it short and sweet. What do you got?
Hey, good morning. So I was active duty, and me and my wife got separated. She decided to call the post commander to ask for spousal support. So, because of her, now I'm married to a man.
That's taking spousal support to a whole new level, I think.
Yes, for sure.
So because of her, you found out you were gay?
Amongst other things. But
okay.
It was a cherry on the cake.
Cherry on the cake.
Well,
okay.
I like that.
Okay, Thomas, thank you. Stephanie, keep it short and sweet. What do you got? Tell us about your ex.
So I had a boyfriend on Valentine's Day, and I was pregnant, and he told me that if I wanted to be intimate with him, if I didn't want to be, that I should have told him before he picked me up.
Oh, that's sad.
Rude. What a
That's
slime
jerk.
ball.
You should call him for jerk X. I want to ask a couple more questions to Hillary. Hillary, you're the one with, what was your short story?
My ex had lied about having cancer to keep me in his life.
Okay, can you give us more details on that?
Yeah, so we were pretty much like at the end of the relationship. I was done with that, and he brought up, he's like, well, I didn't want to tell you, but I just went to the doctor and I have cancer. And then I stayed with him for a couple more months because he kept telling me that he would bring me to doctor's appointments and that he was going to start chemo. And like, he had like typed up and printed out his own paperwork to like
oh my God.
say about cancer details. And there was always an excuse why an appointment got canceled or why the chemo wasn't starting or why his family didn't know yet. So it was all just a huge lie.
So how'd you find out? Like, what was
he's still alive.
Right. But like, you can survive if you have cancer. But like, how did you find out?
Well, I put 2 and 2 together because he won't fess up to it since I've confronted him. He just like kind of gaslit me like, oh, you don't believe me in the hardest time of my life. So we're no longer together, but every once in a while he'll still hit me up and be like, hey, I think the chemo is going to start soon. So if you still wanted to be there for me.
He's still taking his heels in.
Okay, hold on, Hillary. Hold on. Bridget, keep it short and sweet. What's your crazy ex story?
Okay, so one of my exes, he used to collect our hair, and I didn't really realize it at first, but then he started collecting it from my hairbrush, and I kept asking, like, what are you doing with that? And he's like, oh, it's just for, like, a little project I'm doing. And then he started asking me to collect the hair. So I don't really know what he ended up doing with it, but that was just one of the last
You didn't say what project.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you need a little closure there.
I think I want to know what you're doing with my hair.
All right. Oh, man. Jamie, keep it short and sweet. What do you got?
Yeah, so when I was dating a guy online years ago, he came out to meet me in Arizona because he lived in another state, and then we decided to have him meet me at my house, and he came over. Later on that night, he was supposed to leave, go stay at a hotel. Well, he refused to leave, and he ended up leaving, but he just went across the street to the grocery store and where I could see a view from my house, and he slept in his car watching my house all night long.
Oh, creepy.
I'm glad you got it out
That's
of there.
over, though, right? You're not still dealing with that, are you?
No, this was years ago. But anyway, I ended up having to get my dad to call him and threaten to call the police to get him to leave me alone because he kept stalking me after that for like a good few weeks.
Okay, that's creepy. Okay. You guys want to vote? I mean, I think...
Yeah.
Right. You're all on the same page here with Hillary?
Yes.
Hillary, you should call your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend that said he was going through chemo and had cancer, but he's still alive and he's lied. Tell him that his cancer story got you tickets to see Sabrina Carpenter.
Yay, I'm so excited!
You're gonna go see Sabrina Carpenter tonight. Totally sold out. You get great tickets.
Oh, my daughter's going to be so happy.
Yay!
All right, hold on a line.
Have fun.
Hold on.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.